Dear Diary, today I took the first step in becoming an ADHD coach. I can't actually quite believe it. I want to learn, grow, and build something extraordinary. I think this journey will be the Indigo Diaries. Dear Diary, welcome world to the Indigo Diaries. If any of you don't know who I am, I'm Natasha Hickling, or as my birth certificate says, Natasha Hickling. I am the host of this new podcast. It's not really brand new anymore. We have started series 1 called The World Through Our Eyes, and it's been a huge success. And I just want to first say how thankful I am for all the 10 guests that I've had so far. And it's just been incredible. Like, I've learned so much. I find that when people come together with ADHD, or anybody comes together with similar experiences, we learn and grow and we complement each other so well. My last guest said on her blog that we really complement each other, and one person does another thing and you don't need to explain. You just look at each other and you just know. And it's just so validating. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that has either come on, listened, contributed, anything, and supported the podcast of series 1. I'm so grateful. And I really hope that it's reached people and people's stories, and listening to people's stories really resonates with you, as I know it has with me. Now we're going into series 2. Now, this is quite nerve-wracking because series 2 is just me. Yep, just me. Well, to start with anyway, I will be bringing guests on. So I just want to mention that series 1 will continue. I'm finding more and more people to speak to. I've just done 2 pre-interviews this week, and I'm so excited to get them recorded. And I have another one next week. So that will still continue alongside series 2. But I just decided that I wanted to take a new step, a new direction. So series 2 is called The World Through a Trainee's Coach's Eye. So this series, for the new year, I'm going to venture into the world of ADHD coaching, and I'm going to train as a coach. Each week, I will be sharing insights, experiences, and perspectives on the world and the impact of ADHD in everyday life through the lens of a coach. I'm going to each week send out short, small segments of things I'm learning, things I'm finding out, tricks, tactics, and different things that are relevant to now and to everybody's life. I feel like coaching is such a new aspect of ADHD treatment, and it's so new, but it's so refreshing. And I know for myself, it's really helped me. So I'm really nervous. It's just me sat in my new office, and it's just so weird because usually I have someone on Zoom with me, but today it's just me. And I think I'm more nervous than when I did my first series. And in that, I was nervous. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I became to wanting to be a coach. So this year, 2020, oh my goodness, what a year it's been. You'll be hearing this on January the 1st, 2021, but it's coming to the end of the year, and it's got me to really reflect about the year I've had, the year we've all had. I mean, I'm not going to mention that word beginning with C because that is literally all we hear about. But what a humongous year it's been. The struggles, the challenges, but also the rewards. It's been a horrific year for many people, but for myself, it's been probably one of the best years. I had time to sit. I have never had time. I had time to sit and actually think. And this year I started meds. I've always had therapy, but I started doing therapy more, and I started ADHD coaching. And with my career, I have always wanted to go in a different format. I used to be a teacher. Now I run my own department, but it still doesn't fit me. It's kind of like I'm making myself fit into these jobs. And when I started working with my coach and seeing the way that she helps me and supports me by not giving me the answer, but guiding me to the answer and being there just to listen to and just to help me work out things. It's like a cheerleader. It's like a personal cheerleader. And I was like, wow, this is something that I could do and that I want to do. You know, I've started Indigo support group. I've started this podcast because I want to help people with ADHD, just make life a little bit easier and make everybody see the world through our eyes, not the world through everybody else's eyes. And that's why I started this. And that's why I've started to take the next step. Many of you may know, last year in 3 days, I decided to do a master's. And I didn't really think about what a distance master's looks like. Hello, the number one thing is reading. And I'm dyslexic. So I really, really struggle with my reading. Even to just sit is hard. Every sentence I would read, I would have to then go and comprehend it. But then I would get distracted. And then I didn't want to do the work. And I was like, my goodness, I'm taking this next step because I wanted to be a behavior therapist. And this was all before I was diagnosed with ADHD. And this is what I wanted to do. I was always, you know, kind of like a magnet attracted to children with special needs. And I wanted to help that. And I always thought it was the behavior side. But I never realized it was ADHD, that what I was really drawn to, because obviously myself and dyslexia and dyspraxia, because that's myself, it resonates with me. I can see myself in children and that's why I help them. But so anyway, I'm going off on tangent. Normal. That's what I always do. So I started my master's. I was living in China and it was just horrendous. So much reading. I scraped a pass in my first essay and I was really disappointed. I'd worked so hard, like every day over Christmas holiday, trying to get it done, this essay, and I only just scraped. So for a master's in the UK, you have to get 40 to pass. I got like 43, and I was so upset. And I was like, then it became you had to do module 2. And we moved to Malaysia, and I thought, oh, I'll do it next week. Next week never came. And by then I'd been diagnosed with ADHD. If you would like any information on Indigo's support group, check out the website below for our link to our Facebook page, or email at indigo.adhd2020@gmail.com. If you would like to offer any comments or feedback, or if you are interested in the world hearing your story, then please reach out, either through the group or through our email. As said before, have a good week. Check in again later, Indigos. Shh, the Indigo Diaries. And I'd started working in special needs department in a school. And I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Why am I trying to force myself to do this master's? What? Because it's the next thing. It's expected. In order to go up in schools, to go up in life, you have to get a master's. It is not right for you. So I quit. Yep, I quit. And some people may see that as a step back. I saw that as the first step forward. The first step forward to owning my own life and to stop worrying about what everybody else thinks and do what is right for me. And I started to look into coaching, but because I'd kind of not wasted money, but because I'd done money on my ADHD, on the masters, I didn't want to rush into a next decision. So I took a step back and took time to really think about it. And there was a coaching course for September, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And then I was like, no, because what if you don't want to do it? And I have waited since March last year to do this course. And I begin in 2 weeks. Well, actually, no, that's a lie, a week and a half. And I'm so excited. I will be training through the IACT, Laurie Depart, coaching training. I've just done 2 months at ADCA doing their Simply ADHD and PT course. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And then I'll be going on to the IACT to do my coach training in January. One of the biggest things that I really liked is the ICT offer a scholarship. And you had to do a lot of writing about why you should get the scholarship and all this. And for every piece of writing I've ever done, everybody's always helped me, or I've had to send it to someone because I've never had the confidence to just send it. So I decided that for this, I wanted to do it myself. So I have Grammarly, the best app ever. And if anyone's not heard of focusmate.com, it is incredible. Focusmate is a place where you can just book on. You get 3 a week for free, 3 sessions a week. And you book on and you work with someone for 50 minutes. You don't really talk or anything. It's just that responsibility of having something scheduled. And it doesn't work for everybody, but it really helps me. And so I logged on and I thought, right, I'm going to write my application. And I wrote it. Then at the end, I finished it 50 minutes. And at the end of FocusMate, I thought to myself, do I send or do I let someone check it? And I went, no, send, sent. And I sent it. 2 hours later, I found out that I got the scholarship. And it was the most amazing feeling in the whole world that finally I'd done something. I'd done this by myself and I'd got this. So yeah, in January, I begin my course. I'm very nervous about that, but that's why I started this, because I feel like throughout my courses, I'm going to learn so much. And I'm a verbal processor. If anyone doesn't know what that is, my modalities of how I learn and how I comprehend is through verbal processing, through talking it through. And I thought, what better way than to verbal process what I'm learning? Because that actually may resonate with someone and may help someone else. And also, you get to come on this journey with me. So a lot of people sometimes don't always know what coaching is. And I'm going to take you through a step-by-step of what it is, what it entails, what ADHD is. So this is a podcast for people with ADHD, with people without ADHD, anyone that wants to learn through a coach's perspective. So that's what you can expect from this podcast. And I really hope you come, you learn, you listen, and you experience something that you may have not experienced before. As I leave every podcast, I'm going to do it with an encouragement. But before I leave it with encouragement, I just want to say that this podcast will be coming out. The first episode will be coming out on January the... I don't know. I lost let me just get my calendar and I'm not even going to edit this out. January the 15th, okay? Friday. And I'm so excited to have that first week and then be able to just record. I'm so excited, but also very nervous because it's just me. And as you can see, I'm probably rambling a lot now. So I'm really thankful for everybody that's going to come along on this journey with me. So my encouragement of the week this week is, and suddenly you just know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. I think that is so true. Sometimes we're scared to take that next step, but you never know what possibilities. Have an amazing new year, everybody. I hope you've had the best holiday. And I really look forward to some of you coming along this journey with me. Me and my partner say, this journey we call life, the roller coaster of life. And I hope that you come along with me because I'm not going to have a filter. I'm probably going to lose it a few times and get frustrated. But come along with this journey with me. And you never know, you may learn something in it as well. Have an amazing week, Indigos. And we're out. Dear Diary, as the training process goes on, it makes me stop and wonder, could there be more for us? More light, more possibilities, and a place where we can truly be ourselves? I think this journey will be